Hello, Army of Light, Earth Division. It's Shauna L. Francis, and today is January 8th, 2023. Welcome, everybody, to today's Ascension Daily Update. Here we go, guys. I have 4,000 words to go through with you, 3 separate interviews, 1 from yesterday, 2 from today, and I would love to do a bit of a recap. What have we been talking about here? Let's just kind of regroup for just a quick second and kind of just take a deep breath and, step back and kind of look at the bigger picture here. So it was around, I think, December 4th of 2022 when our team started coming through with more information about the negative reptilian influence here on the planet. And remember that this is a big part of my mission. It always has been from the very beginning, for almost 4.5 years ago with my awakening and my beginning of my channeling. It's been made very clear to me that this is a big part of what I'm doing here on the planet. And we've since learned it's a big part of why you are here as well. I'm just, today there's so much love coming through, so much love and encouragement and support. Beautiful, beautiful words just to help us anchor in that we're on the right track, that we've got this. We have the ability here to really make a difference and to see this through to the end. So Melchizedek, Cryon coming through late fall, late summer, early fall, all about getting my energy ready. They've talked about the dark times ahead. Really tough information coming. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be hard on all of us, right? Since then, we've learned about the negative reptilian influence as it pertains to the overall just subjugation of women on the planet. This wasn't by accident that we are such a patriarchy here and that the feminine has been suppressed. Women are being physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually repressed on the planet. This is an open secret here. This is completely obvious that this has been going on. What hasn't been so obvious is that this is part of the scheme to control the planet. The negative reptilians have said, and they've decided that women are the heartbeat of the planet. You control and subjugate and suppress the women, you control the planet. We've learned about the encampment of women and children at our poles where they are used for creating fear, siphoning of fear off these poor innocent folks, and then the breeding program that goes along with this as women to continue to feed into their fear program. We've talked about how they feed on our bodies, feed on our flesh with gruesome detail here. That was a particularly tough channeling. We've talked about how they have bases at each of our poles. They're active here on our planet here today. Their programs are as strong as ever. And then we recently learned that they are doing some maneuvering with their ships outside of our solar system, but in our realm to help keep tabs on what's going on here. We've learned that the negative reptilians are really adept at what they're doing here. It's not their first rodeo. They've done this a lot to many species on many other planets. It seems like a bit of a pandemic. And enough is enough here on planet Earth. They've crossed the line. They have gone too far with the exploitation of us, and it's time for them to go. We've talked about them being really the ones to help instigate the Great Depression, the Holocaust with Hitler. We've talked about bloodlines and the control of wealth and the using of our systems of money for control and suppression of humanity, for fear. And they've talked about it being such an entrenched way of life for us, this subjugation, this and the fear-based machine that they have going, that it's a delicate job to extricate, as one of our recent guests said, extricate this from our way of living. You can't just come in here and get rid of these guys and call it good. I mean, it's into the fabric of our world and how we relate to ourselves, how we relate to others. So we've talked a lot about, there's been a lot of disclosure. And some of this has been, knowledge out there. Many, it's not surprising a lot of us, and I think we still have a long way to go. Obviously we do. They've said it. We've got a long way to go in understanding more about how this is all working. And then the backdrop here, and that's been really coming forward lately with the latest interviews with the Galactic Federation of Light, have been everybody coming through with such love, patience, understanding, trying to, energetically pull us in terms of a communion here, unity with them. Again, going beyond ascension, beyond the reptilian disclosure, just the idea here that we are part of creation as they are. It's us joining them on a galactic stage. It is us joining in energetically with the light, with love, and being a part of this movement here on a grand scale. So just really, really incredible. It's been an incredible 4.5 years. And I tell you what, the last few months have just still just have me speechless a lot of the time. So today was really nice. I'll go through what happened yesterday in my channeling. I did do an interview, but I didn't make a video. So we'll get into this. I want to just thank everybody again for saying yes to this program, to saying yes to these channeled messages, to saying yes to love, and considering that this could all be real, and for really, putting yourselves first at this time, really making time for your happiness, your light, your vibration. We're being selfish right now, and that's a good thing. This is a good thing. We want to be in a place where we are operating at the highest vibration possible, and this requires that we take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Thanks, guys, for joining me on this journey. You're totally amazing. Okay, the interview. All right, so this person yesterday, extremely traditional, alien looking, tall, big head, small, tiny, going down to a point in the chin, little tiny slits for a nose, little tiny mouth, big almond eyes, big black almond eyes. So taller than some of the other traditional alien looking type beings I've spoken to, taller, lankier, more elongated. But oh my gosh, I could see this being very clearly, very clearly. And just, again, so much love coming through as these folks sit down and, take a seat, and we get to interface like this. So almost always it's accompanied with this beautiful, loving energy. I said, thank you so much for coming through. I said, wherever you'd like to start. I think they all get the gist here of how this is working. And this being said, thank you, Shauna. What an incredible journey that you've embarked upon. It is fascinating, dear child, to watch you in action, not just with all of us here on this side of the veil, but also just you and your daily life. As you go about your business, as you relate to other people on the planet, as you relate to yourself, as you work through all that's being presented to you, as you assimilate this information, as you bring it into your body, into your field, and work to find the truth for yourself and all that's being offered. And there's a pause. I said, thank you so much. I said, it's so great that you all love us unconditionally, because I know that you know everything that I'm thinking, doing, everything that I'm doing, it's known. And I've known this since the beginning. Archangel Metatron told me from the beginning that we are being watched very carefully, not just me, but everybody. But I know that they are with me always 24/7 in my field, and they know everything about what I have going on. So I've gotten used to this idea. It was really hard when I first understood this was happening, but now I just accept it. And I know that they love us unconditionally. So it's all good. We're all learning. And I said, yeah, I'm being watched and being monitored by many of you. I understand this. And they said, yes, Shauna, that is correct. This is the greatest show on earth, quite literally. Have you all seen The Truman Show? We must keep tabs on the process and, of course, the progress. And knowing how each of you are doing with everything that's coming at you right now is of utmost importance. So yes, dear one, we are here. We are with you. We are in lockstep with you as you make the necessary changes to be in as high a vibration as possible to be walking this path of light, walking a path of love. Each of you, this beautiful burning candle flame, flickering, dancing, the warmth here, also the perseverance. It would take a very strong wind to blow out these candles. There is real staying power to what you are doing. And he continues here. You are finding this strength within you, this resolve, a tenacity almost, to be aligned with higher frequencies, to be embracing love and doing what it takes to remain steadfast in your knowing of who and what you are and why you've come to the planet. These are special gifts to which many of you are now just starting to awaken. And it is a beautiful sight to behold, dear child, to see all of you standing up in this way, taking a stand for yourselves, taking a stand for love. We watch how the flickers of knowing dance upon your fields, sparks igniting, embers growing hotter and brighter. The beloved inferno, and the strength and power that this inferno brings with it, unstoppable. It's my sincerest objective to relate to each of you how we are in awe of what you are accomplishing and the grace with which you bring yourselves to this place. We're also very excited for the opportunity to commune with you as equals in a galactic capacity, to look you in the eyes, to pat you on the shoulders, and to welcome you. A communion with your galactic families that can barely be comprehended by you at this time. A partnership, he says. I'm calling it a he. I think it's a he. Felt masculine. A partnership, a true partnership in love, aligned with love, aligned with compassion. Unbounded love, Shauna, a fury of love. Beyond your current comprehension of what love can be. And then they said here, but you will know it, you will learn it, and you will be forever changed by it. I'm just wondering, if we just literally haven't had the ability to love to our fullest capacity because of the negative reptilian influence. Talk about suppression, I think many of us have felt real, genuine, just deep, deep love in our lives. Hopefully most of us have at least once or twice. But it's pretty fleeting. And it's, the energy that comes through from these teams and this love that kind of washes over, it is something that is, it's beyond what I can comprehend truly with my mind. It just gets me right in my heart space. And it's just so undeniable. And I do think that we all have the capacity to really feel this love and to know it, and then to be also to be giving that to others, like giving that freely away to others. It's really just, it's a beautiful thing. We're getting there, right, guys? It's just a matter of being committed, staying on the path, and trusting that this is going to get us where we want to go. And he says here, we see what you are capable of. We know humanity's deep capacity for love, for unity, and for deep compassion. And when the influence of the negative reptilians has been nullified, it will be replaced with feelings of utter bliss and with a lightness of spirit that has not been known on this plane of existence for a very long time. It'll feel as though you've all emerged out of an egg. The shell is cracking now. The shell will break apart and fall away, and you'll be able to expand in all directions, no longer bound by this influence. Archangel Metatron always talks about the cosmic egg and the cracking and the breaking of the cosmic egg. So I do feel like you're, a butterfly, chrysalis into a butterfly. That's really this journey that we're on right now. Please believe me, he says, when I tell you that humanity belongs with all of us at this higher vibrational frequency, caring for one another, uplifting one another, carrying up one another when needed. Your true capacity for love has been stunted. It has been stalled, but not for much longer, dear Shauna, as you have all said yes to this new paradigm, and you've all decided that evolution is in fact possible. So here today, he says, you walk fearlessly forward, embracing this idea, knowing yourselves as being fully capable of this amazing accomplishment. And we say yes to you. We say welcome to you. Please join us as we work together to free humanity and Mother Earth from these shackles of suppression, to know and feel and see and taste freedom as you never have before. The time is upon us, Shauna. What a joyful occasion. You're all helping us to lift all spirits by this choice. You're all helping us to lift all spirits by this choice. And then there was a pause. It was a lot. I said, thank you so much. This was just beautiful. And, we do want to be more loving. We know that we have a capacity for more. This is extremely dense here, and it is challenging. It is very difficult. This is a tough space to be in. I said, though, we know that we've got the best partners, and we know we will be successful here. So thank you for that. And he said, Shauna, of course, this is a team effort. Continue to do your beautiful work, Shauna, as we applaud you and all of you who have said yes to this path. You are inspiring to all of us. And another pause. I said, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to speak about? And he said, Shauna, I am part of an Arcturian council. We are working with many of you on the planet's surface. It has been my sincere honor and pleasure to have this time with you today. Thank you, dear one. Arcturian, how cool is that? So this makes sense. And I'm starting to get a better feel. I don't know how many interviews we've done now in the last 5 weeks, but the different densities, there's definitely a difference between kind of the messages and the feel and how they approach it. It's just it's so awesome to really be able to get to know these off-planet beings in this very intimate way. I'm just still in awe. Okay, that was interview number 1. 2 more to go, guys. Might be good to take a little break. I still have a lot to cover here. All right, so switching gears to today. Honestly, it was a bit of a rough start. It didn't seem like anybody was going to be coming through. I was kind of down in the redesigned basement here with the sand and the swimming pool and beach volleyball and all that good stuff. And it was like, hello, does anybody want to come through? And I really wasn't getting anything. So I checked in with Melchizedek and they said, yeah, just give it a few minutes. We've got people lined up. So again, I think the way that we're doing this, and we've been told by some of these guests that this is their first time speaking in this way, speaking telepathically, coming in as a channel, as being channeled by a channel. So I do think that sometimes it takes some time for this connection. Maybe it's me, maybe it's them, maybe it's something else. But today was one of those days. So sure enough, just as they said, I'd say within about 15 minutes, I did have somebody who came through. And I really wasn't seeing much. I just was getting a glimpse of some eyes and some interesting looking like eyebrows, like these interesting, that was all I was really getting. Like maybe feathers as eyebrows. So that was all I was seeing. And it was like, hello, Shauna. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? I said, I can barely hear you. I'm sorry. It was a slow start. Please continue. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Shauna. It's my pleasure. Shauna, and I said, it would be really helpful for me if you could describe yourself a little bit. I'm starting to get a visual, but I can't see a whole lot. And then they said, yes, of course, Shauna. You could describe me as an avian type being. Avian, bird, avian. I have some feathers, excuse me, some scales, arms that represent wings, though they are not functional for flying. I have what you would consider to be a bird's beak. I am of the 6th density, and I am a member of the Galactic Federation of Light. Scales and feathers and a beak, arms that simulate wings but really cannot fly. She can't, I think it's a she can't fly. All right, so that was the visual there, and that kind of made sense with part of the face that I was seeing. I go, thank you for that description. What would you like to speak about today? And they went right into it. Shauna, we are at war. And I understand as I use this word that it is a very strong word with many connotations. As the Galactic Federation of Light, we consider ourselves in active battle in this war. Now, this battle may not be playing out exactly how you would envision it, knowing that what you know of battles and wars, but nonetheless, it is a fight, and it is being waged on many fronts. We have all of you there on the Earth's surface. We have your perpetrators, and for purposes of this discussion, I'd like to refer to humanity as the victims of these perpetrators, even though there has been choice to some degree and alignment to some degree, but also massive exploitation of your innocence and your ignorance, which stems from a lack of awareness. This brings us to why we are talking, Shauna, awareness. The powers in charge of this group of perpetrators know just how to push their agendas right up to the limit, right up to that edge of your consciousness. Remember, they have fine-tuned their craft over a very long period of time with many other planets. But here, finally, they have overstepped in terms of their abuse, their suppression, subjugation, and control. It's far beyond what would be deemed acceptable in a free will society. It has been easy for us at the Galactic Federation of Light to see, but not so easy for all of you. And this brings me to one aspect of this battle that is being waged right now, a battle of perception and of awareness. It's a starting point, Shauna. You have been provided some detail about the negative reptilian programs here on Earth. You've been given information about their history, about their motives, where they are operating and how they are operating. It's also been explained that they feel as though they are owners of humanity, owners of Earth, that this is their asset. This is their playground. That you and Mother Earth belong to them. Yeah. That brings us to a different aspect of this battle, they continued. We're stepping into a dense and dark field here where the consciousness is absolutely rejecting and fighting any attempts at changing the status quo. They are staunchly digging in their heels, as they say, and defending what they feel is theirs. They also approach this as a war, and they will fight very hard to keep what they feel is theirs. It may be some time before they realize that their efforts are futile, that the light has already won, and at least for now, there is no changing their minds. The Galactic Federation of Light's super army is on the ready in a defensive posture, while down below on the surface, it is the delicate work of bringing awareness to what could be considered the biggest heist in Mother Earth's history. Let me read that one more time. The GFL super army is on the ready in a defensive posture, while down below on the surface, that's us, it is the delicate work of bringing awareness to what could be considered the biggest heist in Mother Earth's history. The subjugation of humans, they continued, will indeed stop, and humanity will indeed ascend in vibration to the 5th density, along with the beautiful Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. Please have no doubt about this. Awareness, Shauna. This is delicate, they said. We are taking our time with this aspect because of its critical nature. Because humans are a free will species, because your freedom and sovereignty and ability to choose are of paramount importance, this information comes to you as an offering for your consideration. There will come a time where many of you will awaken, deeply awaken, and wholeheartedly awaken to the truth of these ministrations. And confidently, with love and compassion, as a shepherd of truth, will stand up to this regime. And this, of course, is done through unconditional love, light, and compassion. So this is how we're fighting this battle, guys. Love, light, compassion. Non-judgment. Non-fear. That is the antithesis to what we're trying to accomplish here. And then they continued here. Imagine yourselves rising up off of your knees in servitude to stand in your sovereignty and freedom and to declare, I know who I am. I know who I am in truth, and my choices will be in alignment with this truth. And this dark, dense reality that you know yourself in right now will dissipate. This density will lift, and you'll find yourselves in a brand new place. And then, our beautiful children, you will become the beacons for others on the planet who've never known freedom as you do. You'll be that much-needed lantern in the night, that guiding light, with waves of love emanating from your soul, changing the hearts of millions upon the surface here. All right, I want to take a break real quick. Interesting that this being said millions, not billions, but millions. So that gives us a little bit of a perspective on just how many folks, are going to be able to receive this light, receive this high vibration, to receive this love, and then to be changed by it. Millions. It's still a lot. We don't know how many millions. And then they continue here. This light will spread. It will be contagious. An inferno of love. Humanity is ready. So Shauna, we are here now at this point, building awareness of what's been happening at this plane of existence where it has been hidden for so long. None of what's happened is permanent. Everything is dynamic. Everything is energy. Everything has the capacity to change even the most stalwart, stubborn aspects of society. This is being heralded as a new age. It's worth fighting for, Shauna. Know this deep within you. All the effort required to help raise this awareness, raise this vibration, it's critical, dear one. It's so important, and it will be worth the effort, I promise you. Please do not lose hope through the fear and the density and the sadness here. Please don't throw in the towel, as they say, when the going gets tough. Remain tethered to us in love. Use our light and love to hoist yourself up, to hang on to hope, to hang on to your knowing. May your knowing be unshakable, unwavering, and may your conviction grow with each and every day you continue to work with us. Man, and then after yesterday and then today, all of this, just beautiful flow coming through. I said, and it was a pause there. I said, thank you. That was amazing. And we need to hear this again. We need to hear this. You're most welcome, Shauna, they said. You and the entire team there know that you are fully loved, fully protected, and you are each known by us. You are each known by us. So that's beautiful. Thank you. Wow. And then they said, Shauna, that will conclude what I have wanted to say to you today, not only to you, but to all your constituents and to everyone who will eventually hear these messages. It has been my sincere honor to be able to communicate with you in this way. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah. So we know that this is going to be a rough year, right? 2023, tilted on its axis. All the retaliation. The negative reptilians have already spotted me. I'm on their radar. The retaliation is going to be tough. Obviously, I'm still kind of feeling under the radar here with these messages. Truth be told, I'm not exactly sure how all of this is going to be elevated to this place where it's going to be so hard. But I trust that what they say is true and this is going to happen. All right, so that was everything from that being our avian friend there. All right, so I took a break and I came back and I asked, is there anybody else who'd like to come forward today? And I started to see our Arcturian friend from yesterday. He's back. He was back today. I'm like, oh, hello. Good to see you again. Please have a seat. I said, he says, Shauna, you're most, I said, thank you for coming through again. They said, Shauna, you're most welcome. Thank you for this opportunity. And I said, it was so nice to speak with you yesterday, and I can't wait to share all your wisdom and love with the team today. And they said, that's wonderful, Shauna. This is such a beautiful communion. It's an important way for all of us to stay connected through this information, through our light, through our energetic field, and of course, through our hearts. What you're doing, Shauna, is not easy. You are taking a big risk with your personal life to bring forth these messages to the larger public. Man, and with that, I felt a deep dive with my energy, just right in that space. Yes, Shauna, we understand the seriousness of how you have structured your life around your mission, what you are taking on as a human in this current plane of existence and at your current rate of frequency. We just wanted you to know this, Shauna, that we understand the sacrifices that you've made and the incredible leaps of faith that you've taken, and how you have trusted so many of us here on the other side of the veil with basically your life. So yeah, this hit me pretty good today, actually. It's nice to have that be acknowledged and kind of even just to remind myself too that what I'm doing, it hasn't been easy. It's been an incredible 4.5 years. Basically capped first like on the front end with the death of my mom, and then capped now with the death of my dad. Now this next whole phase with reptilian disclosure. It has been an incredible journey. It's been terrifying, and it's been exuberant. It's been amazing. It's been awe-inspiring. It's been crazy. My constant's been all of you, and some beautiful people in my world who have just stood by me. Not everybody has, and that's okay. So anyway, that hit me pretty hard today. I did shed a few tears when this was coming through. We are your friends, Shauna. We knew this would be a challenging prospect for you, and the path would be daunting at times and causing elation at other times, and everything in between. We want you to know that we know you better than you think we know you, and that our care for you and love for you is deeper than you could ever comprehend. That kind of reminds me of when Melchizedek told me here several weeks ago that, Shauna, we know what you've done in past lives, and we still love you. They said, that's true love. You can't make this stuff up. And I did a little bit of talking. I said, thank you for that. And I did a little bit of venting, and, that I really want this to be accurate. I want this to be 100% accurate, what I'm bringing through. And I'm all in. I really am. It's hard for me to I feel like there's a lot of spinning plates right now. And I did ask this being for some help, and they gave me some pointers at the end here. Thank goodness. And And he said, we hear you and we understand. Believe us when we say that we understand what you're saying, and we hold this deep and close to our hearts. Thank you for verbalizing that. As the information continues to flow in around the negative reptilian influence on Earth, you'll become more and more in acceptance of this information being relayed. Because, Shauna, you already have a deep knowledge of how this has been working. This information is within your field, even though it may not be in your immediate consciousness. So that part will actually begin to feel a little easier, even though the information will be so very difficult to hear and difficult to believe. And I'll add, it's going to be difficult to talk about on camera, to be honest. But again, they continued, here's where the hardship lies will be in the retaliatory efforts by the negative reptilians who have the stronghold. Shauna, know that you will persevere. Know that you will be successful. Know that this is a team effort, that you're never walking this path alone. If you could please just continue to allow yourself, your knowing, to propel you forward on this mission of light, this will be helpful for you. All right, so the hardship for me lies in the retaliation that will be coming from the reptilians, the negative reptilians who know who I am and know me as a traitor. And this is when I said, thank you so much, but I'm struggling with it. I just don't feel like I have enough time in the day to get everything done. And I said, do you have any advice for me? And they said, every day set an intention for what it is you'd like to accomplish for the next 24 hours. State a strong request of your team to help support you with those objectives. Be in acceptance and at peace with making even the smallest of gains towards your goals. Things may not go as quickly as you are used to based on everything you are pursuing right now. Be okay with the baby steps without trying to rush to the end result. Take time to acknowledge what I am accomplishing as part of my meditation. Look at what I've been able to accomplish each and every day. Appreciate what I've been able to do without wishing it was different. And he did say, continue to streamline and declutter my space, make my diet a priority, begin to start incorporating exercise as I'm able to. Man, and we've just had days and days and days of heavy rain. So I have not been out of the house much, really. I'm out of the house like twice a week. So I'm in here, I'm doing my thing, and it's been fine. All right. We ask, but most importantly, he said, we ask that you remain steadfast with us in your mission of light, helping raise this awareness, continuing to be the beacon that you are, working on behalf of the collective, working on behalf of the light. I said, okay. Thank you for those recommendations. I said, do you have a name that I can refer to you as? And I heard the name Racer. Racer. I said, thank you. I appreciate that. And that was really it. Okay. Well, team, this was a long video. I knew it would be. So much love coming through, and I do feel like it's a nice balance. We've had a lot of incredible information come through. It sounds like many of you are working with white snow. That is so great. I'm continuing to work with white snow myself in various capacities, and well, let's just say we are loved. We are absolutely loved. We're absolutely supported. We are not alone. And I'm feeling that all from you too. So thanks, team, for everything that you're doing to support me, all your comments, all the emails that have come through, the gifts, all the birthday well wishes. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. All right, team. I'm getting new counters installed in my kitchen tomorrow. I've been waiting for 2 months. So I still plan to make a video and do my thing. So unless something goes horribly wrong, I will see you all tomorrow. Okay.